it's very important for me to educate everybody, as many as people as I run into, on the importance of having life insurance. So that's why I do what I do now, and has, brought in how many, like, probably $5 million into, into people's community. I have 1 million on myself and my wife, and we have that, because we want to start building generational wealth. So what people don't realize about having life insurance is, what it can do for you and your family. See, we always thinking about ourselves, when it comes to, as we're living. But if we have kids, or if we have a family, we want to, leave a legacy. That's how you break a generational curse. Well, the very first way and the easiest way to do that is by having a life insurance policy. That is, and we're going to get into the different types later. But do you have life insurance for yourself? Let me, let's have an example. Oh, you do? Okay. So, and we're going to ask, questions, on who has it, what they have. So that way we can have a better understanding on what we have. So that way you're educated on knowing if it's the right insurance policy for you. So, what is life insurance? Life insurance is a way to, and I'm just going to, I'm not going to do the definition because it could be a little confusing, but it's a way to protect your money, to, in case something was to happen prematurely. If you and if John and Mary, that's mom and dad, and they have a family, are working to take care of bills, and something was to happen to John, that's like half of the income that's in the household that has been taking care of things like mortgage, college funds, bills, and things of that nature. Well, you need, if you don't have life insurance, then that half of that income is gone. Now you got to find a new place to stay. You got to live with, parents until you find some place to stay. You got to lose the car because you don't have the money to, take care of, a car note. You got to move into a different area. So the kids got to start over in a different school. It's just a big old mess. While even trying to figure out how I'm going to take care of the funeral expenses. And I got to go and talk to sisters and brothers-in-laws that I don't even like, just to bury, their husband. So what life insurance does is it not only takes care of the things that you have, just like, little bills here, funeral, things of that nature. You want to use that to leave a legacy, to start, building generational wealth. So that way you're not only taking care of whatever debt that you have, but you're also starting your family off with a head start. So they don't have to work for someone who is telling them what to do, when to come in, to work, when to go to lunch. Not only that, they can also grieve in peace. So, when it comes to whole life insurance, you gotta think about, when it comes to life insurance in general, you it's, most people think it's expensive, and it's not. It depends on what you're looking for, and how you're going to use it, and which we will get into the questions at the end. Again, this is going to be very short, guys, but where I was going with this is, you have phone insurance, you have homeowners, renters, car insurance, all these other insurances. Health insurance is required to have now. So when you think about those things, you're protecting your asset or your valuable belongings. But you also need to do the same for yourself. Protect yourself, protect your family from financial devastation. So when you get a life insurance policy, think about what you're doing with that and who you're leaving it to. So that way your family, and just in case your spouse, if something was to ever happen, you guys could grieve in peace and start a life where, John or Mary, who has passed away, can pass on something that's going to start building generational wealth. And so for now, since there's nobody here, because I was going to go more into some, questions and, talk about the differences between term life, whole life insurance, infinite banking people talk about, which, is a scam. The differences in between those and how you can, if you do have a life insurance policy, if you have the right one, how to understand it. Um, and also to see if I can also offer some free tools like free financial needs analysis to basically show you, okay, here's where you are, okay, and you want to retire at this age. So in between this time and this time here, you need to have some savings. So do you have investments like a 401k and things of that nature? Okay, how much are you willing to put into that account on a monthly basis to get to that retirement financial, and that I would call it a independence number, a financial independence number, is basically that number that you would want to get to for you to retire. So that way you don't need life insurance. For one, you're not supposed to have life insurance for the rest of for all your life. You're supposed to only use it temporarily until you can become self-insured. Millionaires don't have life insurance. They don't have they don't have any insurance because they're self-insured. They already have a lot of money to be able to afford to take care of things just in case things happen. So, um, so with that being said, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot where I was going with that. But investments. So you need to have your investments set up so where you are at retirement, you don't need life insurance anymore. Because if you get a $300,000 life insurance policy, and you have your investments going to your investment to get you at $300,000 at retirement, what do you need the life insurance policy for anyway? You can use that, your investments, as life insurance plus more. So the goal is, at the end of the day, buy term insurance and invest the difference, so that way you don't have life insurance for the rest of your life. But also, in between that time, as you're building your investment portfolio, if anything was to happen in between time, you're using life insurance, you're just renting it. You're renting that wealth until you become self-insured. So you don't need life insurance anymore. And that's what I really teach, is how to basically buy term insurance and then invest the difference so you don't need life insurance anymore and you can become self-insured. But also, just in case you are doing that, if anything was to happen, you die prematurely, your life insurance will get your family there in the proper way instead of GoFundMe. And that is it